Bay Area. Well, let's switch from there to South Africa because there is a countdown going on there. Experts in Cape Town say the city has just 94 days until it runs out of water. If that happens, it would be the first major city in the world to run dry. Now, so-called day zero, which is when the reservoirs reach empty, it's predicted to be April the 22nd. And there are a number of reasons Cape Town is suffering. The main one is it's experiencing its worst drought in over 100 years. It hasn't really had significant rain since 2015. There are other reasons, though, too. Here's a spokesperson for the Water Crisis Group in Cape Town.
Preparedness on the part of the city of Cape Town, global warming, increased population that wasn't accounted for. And at the moment, at the heart of the problem is political uncertainty within the ruling party within the Western Cape.
Now, 4 million people live in Cape Town, and they're being urged to be responsible in a range of ways, to take very short showers, to only flush their toilet once a day, and to definitely avoid watering their garden or watering any plants that they have. Here's one resident considering the prospect of what's facing her city.
It's very scary to think of it, but I think it's a reality, and we definitely have to do our part and use as little water as possible. But I do hope that the government is doing something to prevent day zero, because it will be a national crisis. It will be honestly horrific when day zero comes.
Well, if day zero comes, we know residents are going to be told they can only have 25 litres a day. They'll pick those litres up from designated water points. The government's also saying there will be armed guards to make sure no one takes more than their allocation. Well, as you'd expect, these are pressured moments for the authorities. Here's a clip of the Mayor of Cape Town speaking last month.
The drought right now is the worst in 100 years because of climate change. And no generation had to go through this before. And we are now looking at augmenting our water supply by bringing on additional water, because we can no longer rely just on rainwater to fill up our dams.
Now, one possible solution to this problem is boreholes. Here's the head of one company that's drilling them.
There's absolute panic amongst the people in Cape Town about trying to get onto the waiting list to drill boreholes. We're sitting with a 3-year waiting list, which is completely unmanageable at the moment. A year ago, I was drilling with 1 drill rig. Now I've got 6 in the field.
Now, Cape Town, to state the obvious, is surrounded by the sea. That could help. The city's installed desalination plants which remove salt from seawater. Now, the water it produces is usable, but crucially, it's not drinkable. And the trouble is, all of these solutions may be too little, too late. Here's that Water Crisis Group again.
You know, it does sound very easy to say we need more boreholes, and for now that is the quickest solution. But there's other problems that come with that. There's servitudes, there's reticulation. How do you get the water there? You know, there's lots of other things to consider. It's not just a matter of drilling a hole into the ground. And the other long-term solution, of course, is desalination. None of these solutions are quick fixes. Particularly, you know, it's one thing getting the water, but it's another getting to where it needs to be distributed.
And there's much more information on this story and many others via the BBC website. The address is bbc.com/news.